And I want to start with, and I'm paraphrasing John Seely Brown here, but I love this phrase that he used. It was in a CBC program where he talked about technology having the potential to be a curiosity amplifier. That one of the great things about access to technology for us today is how quickly we can say, oh, I'm intrigued by that. I'd like to learn a bit more about that. That it just creates the climate for inquiry and wonder in kids as a curiosity amplifier. But if we don't use it well, we can get a very surface understanding. And I want to show you an example. This is the Gibraltar Airport. And if you take a look at it, what do you notice about the Gibraltar Airport? Yeah, you notice there's the issue with Gibraltar. There's only one runway, and that cuts across the only 4-lane highway in Gibraltar. So when a plane takes off or lands, there's about a 10-minute delay where people have to stop, traffic stops, and the plane takes off. If you were to Google Gibraltar Airport, you will find many references. It was put in the world's top 10 most dangerous airports, most bizarre airports, bad planning. So the assumption often is that Gibraltar Airport is just badly planned. I want to get you to think about this. I was setting up something like this on a flight home from Alberta once. I had a grade 12 student sitting beside me. He looked over my shoulder and he said, I had set up my question, poor planning or innovative problem solving. He said, definitely poor planning. I said, are you sure? He said, oh, absolutely. Well, why? Well, tell me what you know about Gibraltar. He said, not much. So, well, let me fill you in a little bit. Here's Gibraltar. So Gibraltar is from the tip at the bottom. If you follow up, you'll see a couple of things jutting out. The top piece jutting out is the border with Spain. So you need a runway somewhere between that tip and the border with Spain. Okay? And in thinking about where you're going to put your airport, you might want to think about something called the Rock of Gibraltar that runs down the middle. So you need a runway that's going to fit in there somehow. What could we do? Okay, what are some alternatives? So as we put this in, oh, by the way, one other piece you should know. Until Gibraltar was taken over by the British in 1704, the Spanish have always disputed, think it should be given back to Spain. And until very recently, the Spanish did not let you cross from Gibraltar into Spain as part of this ongoing dispute. The British need a way in and out of Gibraltar. So what do you do? Here are some options. You tell me first. What could you do? So if you don't want to stop traffic, give me some alternatives. Build a tunnel. Okay? Give me another alternative. Use helicopters. Anything else?
My dad's Spanish. Give it back to Spain.
Good. Give it back to Spain. Give me another one.
Build a runway by filling in parts of the ocean.
Okay, so fill in, build out. So I thought about these as well. Build a tunnel, runway, negotiate with Spain. Here's some options. How likely is your suggestion from a British perspective? Yeah, the British probably aren't going there. Then I asked the student, well, how busy do you think the Gibraltar Airport is? And I just want to show you, these are the flights into and out of Gibraltar. I just pulled this off, you can see in June of this year. Not a particularly busy airport. How much would it cost to build a tunnel underneath? How much would it cost to build out into the water? Is it worth the cost? Now all I'm doing here is saying, if I build your background knowledge, so notice if you Google Gibraltar Airport, someone tells you it's bad planning, we accept it, we go on. Or I can use it to dig a little deeper to try to think about and perhaps apply some criteria to making a thoughtful decision. When we think about solving the problem, it needs to be the least disruptive to Gibraltar in general. It has to be cost efficient. It has to be safe and practical for pilots. Now we could have a discussion, a debate, and so on, as opposed to simply rejecting what they've done. By the way, I just, in reviewing this, it appears they are in the process of now building a tunnel. I guess enough international ridicule has led them to put the money in. But it is an interesting problem just to think, I can just have a surface review, or I can think more deeply.